Majokko Meimi. Meimi-mu-me-mo. Oh, wait. Why is my chat dead? Oh man. 1 second. Meimi-mu-me-mo. How is everybody? Meimi-mu-me-mo. Oh, my hands are still... They're a little too big right now. Meimi-mu-me-mo. I am Production Kawaii. Ephemira's little foretelling witch. Majokko Meimi so, Meimi-mu-me-mo. It's time to start the show. How is everybody? Hello. How is everybody? Did you guys get lucky? Did you guys get lucky at the Offkai raffle lottery? I saw it ended already. But we finally announced! Isn't that exciting? I don't know. I think they were just waiting for the graphics to be done. But announcement is that Production Kawaii will be at Offkai. Our official guests are Amano Nene, Shiicho, Rina-san, and Kaya Nishikino. But the Production Kawaii panel will feature Charlotte Suzu, Namiji Frisia, Ron Tsukiha, and our very own Hiyori Mokami! That's right, we have representation from every generation. Double vision? What the? Oh, oopsie, I forgot. I did turn on one of them later. It's okay. I was setting up my PowerPoint. I wasn't setting up my stream. But yeah, isn't that exciting? I wanted to tell everybody already. I was like, there's more girls coming. I don't know if they said when the panel's gonna be. I mean, I'm not on it, and I don't really know what they're gonna do. So, but I think it would be good to say at least what date it is, just in case it's like, oh well, I was planning on only coming one day, or I want to make arrangements with friends on other days or whatever. You had a wedding to go that weekend. Ah. Maybe next year. That's true. I think Production Kawaii wants to go to more cons soon. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what the plans are beyond Offkai. That's all we've been told. We've been told they want to do more. Anyway, yeah, for everyone who is going, I hope you won your lottery and purchased a meet and greet ticket. But for everyone who isn't able to go, for whatever reason, don't worry. Production Kawaii does plan on doing more virtual meet and greets throughout the year. I don't know when the next one is going to be, but we definitely are going to offer some. They are usually optional for us to do, unless they plan on doing like a special one that features every girl. Oh, okay, they did release the times. June 2nd, 10:30 PT to 4 PM. Kawaii block? What does that mean, actually? Okay. I don't know what the kawaii block is. I just know there is a panel. Oh, do you mean the meet and greet times? Yeah, the meet and greet time is different than the panel time. But at these meet and greets, we'll get to that. I made a very loose PowerPoint presentation, but I'm mostly going to be like telling you guys my experiences at different idol events. Also, I thoroughly researched. I researched, like how Offkai is doing theirs, and looked at references from how other idol companies and how other anime conventions do their meet and greets. So my advice should at least be timely. it should be like useful no matter which event you attend. And of course, we'll be doing future ones. Granted, our future formats might not always be the same. I think I would like to suggest a couple different ways to meet fans because we're VTubers. Honestly, like, why should we do the same thing as like 3D idols, right? There's a lot of things we can't do with fans, right? We can't do a handshake event. We can't do like a high touch. We can't do those sorts of things. But there are things we can do that other idols can't do. I think we should utilize that a little bit more. Like, I don't have a 3D, but like a VR event would be really fun, right? Or some other like game that like utilizes the screen format. Of course, it all depends on available technology. If it's in person, a lot of cons don't have good setups for VTubers. It also depends on time slots. Like if it's a meet and greet that you like pay for example, it is supposed to be limited so we get through everybody. But I think it would be super fun. It would be super fun if we got to be more creative. If I ever do a meet and greet, I'll try and think of something that like mages can like prepare and do with me. For today's stream, since I do want it to be educational, I'm not going to zatsu that much beforehand, if that is okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit of an announcement. I did set up a couple of links in case you didn't see my announcement. I have a Twitch now. It is just my official Majokko Meimi Twitch page. I'll probably just, simulcast. I don't really plan on using it for like main streaming or anything, but just in case, like an archive karaoke gets nuked or something, it could still live on Twitch for a little bit. So that's what I plan on doing. You can feel free to follow me there if you would like. In the future, if I ever get like this anime Doro emote, it would be nice if I could get like Twitch affiliate and add emotes there as well. And then I also have my streamer song list set up. I added like 200 ish songs. I'm still in the process of adding more whenever I think of them. So if you guys have any suggestions, feel free to like go through and look at what I added. And any songs that I've sung before in karaoke that you want me to sing again is good. But if it's like a new song that I don't know if I'm gonna add it right away. I think in the future, if everyone has a lot of those kinds of requests where they want me to learn, I'll either do like the open request learning streams, or I'll just do like a higher price tier that allows like anyone to request any song, so long as they understand it's gonna be scuff if I don't know it. And I have my throne, which people have been, super generous about clearing out already. At the moment, I don't want to add too much to it, so I'll slowly sneakily add a couple things. There was like some slimes I looked at that looked good for ASMR. I might add to it, but I want to receive like the first few things I got and test them out and make sure they're good for the new place and for streaming before I add any more of them. I do need a couple like extra sound dampening things. I was looking at like a sound dampening door curtain, for example. But I had to measure it out and see what I can actually install. But thank you so much, everyone who has bought from it so far. Okay, and my third auction is live. I don't remember how much time there is left, but that is the last auction I have. So if you wanted one of my handmade magnets, then feel free to check that out. I think I may have pinned it. You know what? I will go pin it on my Twitter if I haven't later. So those are my announcements. Boba gift cards? No! I'm only gonna add streaming assets. Things that are useful for streaming. They do not let you have an item just sitting. I don't want to add too many, because then people just buy that instead of donating in other things, which is that's also not the point. I'm not here to just ask for those things. It's kind of just something extra. But then that way you know exactly where that money is going, you know? You see exactly what I'm spending that money on and buying it. The apron asset, we do have that. We do have that. You guys want to contribute to assets? I can do like a asset fund as well. Okay. Okay. Without further ado, yeah, it's gonna be Meimi-Doro. You know, I want to get other animated things. It would be really cute if we had more animated emotes. YouTube, please. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna start my presentation. So, Majokko Meimi. How to meet and greet edition. How to make the most out of an idol meet and greet. Whether this is a 3D idol, whether this is a virtual idol, whether this is just any, like, it doesn't even have to be an idol. You know, it could just be anybody that is doing any sort of meet and greet. It could be literally an author event, you know? If you go to an author signing, if you go to an actor who is doing like some sort of a photo op event, if you go to a con and see a voice actor you really like, a lot of this is pretty much the same thing. But I am going to be focusing a lot on my experiences with 3D idols, and then what I know about YouTube and I guess non-YouTube streamers. And also like what I have researched at cons. The cute girl at the coffee shop. Not quite, unless you happen to know a lot about their activities. Question mark. Local idol Wota and Rizz master. Me, Majokko Meimi. Haven't talked to a girl for a while. Okay, this is not really about talking to girls. It's not really about talking to girls, okay? This is about, like, being a fan. How to be a respectful fan while also impressing someone you look up to. How to feel prepared when meeting someone in that moment, especially when you have such a short, like, time allotment. Many people, they're too shy to do a meet and greet at all because they feel like they don't even want to show their face, right? And B, like, even when they do, they just kind of like say hi and then they don't know what else to say. They blank out, right? They're like, oh my god, I'm talking to my Oshi. Oh my god, she sees me. I'm gonna be so nervous. This has happened to me before. So let my experiences help inform you and prepare you. This is all about visualization. Socialization and like any sort of social like interaction, it can all be like prepared for just through the act of like, you know, mentally simulating the event. And then like if it really helps you, you can write some things down. Write some notes down. I have done that before. Especially Japanese idols, I've written down like basic phrases I wanted to say to them in Japanese as well. Or if you're meeting a lot of them, if you're meeting a huge group, for example, and you only really like one or two of them, but you're meeting like a couple of them, then you still like want to prepare yourself mentally, right? You don't think you're going to forget until you're in that moment and you're right in front of them and you're getting rushed along by the staff son. You have like 5 seconds, right? Or you have 1 minute and it goes by so quickly. It's good to just like have something, even like writing the note down and just glancing at it, even if like you don't really need to like read off of it. It just like prompts your brain into remembering, oh yeah, I wrote this down too, right? So this is how I am going to help you guys. Everyone has a plan until they get greeted in the face. Yep, until you look at them straight in the face and you're like, oh my god, they're so cute. Oh my god, they're so close to me. You can call me Meimi. So Majokko is just my title. Majokko just means little witch in Japanese. So it's just like little witch Meimi. It's not part of my name, it's just a title. Okay. So, first of all... Oh, hang on. I'm covering the screen. First of all, what is a meet and greet? Well, I'll give you a very, very quick overview, right? A very quick overview. Peek. Idols kind of separate themselves from every other artist by the amount of fan service they give, right? Like, if they are just a singer, then they'll go up on stage, they'll sing, or they'll dance, they'll perform for you, and that's it, right? They'll get off, and they'll go to their next show. They'll be on TV, whatever, right? So, what is the point of idols? Idols provide that fan service that is unique to idol culture. Idols you can meet is AKB48's founding motto, right? This is not because they only did like handshake events. This is because at the time they were the first to create an Akihabara permanent theater, right? In the permanent theater, the goal by Atsumoto Yasushi is to always have some sort of stage performance going on that theater. So he had a couple different teams. That's why AKB has so many girls. They had a bunch of teams that would rotate which days they would perform. So every day after work, you could go and try and buy a ticket and watch them live. And it was a very small theater, so you could easily be seen by them. You see them, and you know, early on they did a lot of like handshake events too. They still can, but like it's a lot more competitive to get handshakes now. This is not a concept new to them, you know. Johnny and Associates, which is like a male idol company, they held their first handshake parties as early as 1991. So this was already like going on for a while. However, basically AKB48 was one of the first groups that increased the accessibility of idols, and bridged the the gap between fans and idols, right? You can see them almost daily. Idol fan service that gives you a one-on-one interaction with an idol of some sort. That is essentially the definition of a meet and greet. And there are a lot of different ways you can meet them, which I will show you. By the way, the ticket over here, this says handshake ticket on the top. The way you buy any sort of meet and greet ticket is usually through like purchasing something else. It's actually pretty rare that you just buy a meet and greet ticket, actually. Usually the meet and greet is to help promote their latest single, their concert goods, something like that. So for example, regularly idols will come out with a single, right? They'll come out with a single. What they do is they promote for a couple weeks, a couple months, and they want their first week, their first month CD sales to be really high. So if you pre-order or go to their release event and buy their CDs, you have a chance of getting that handshake. Smaller groups, if you go in person, you straight up get like a high five event or something with the CD. But really big events, it's the same thing as a raffle. Essentially, you have to buy a bunch of CDs and then online submit all of your codes, and then it tells you, hey, you are a winner, you've won however many chances out of the ones you submitted. You could buy like 65 CDs and not win a single one for some popular K-pop groups. It's pretty rough out there. A lot of people also do this and they just like sell them, or it's like you can trade for different members. If different members have like different popularities, for example, you can either trade or sell off and exchange your handshake like meet and greet tickets with other fans online. It's pretty rough out there. I have done this before, by the way. It was pretty expensive. This is how Japan's CD industry has like survived until now. Physical is like still extremely popular. I bought a whole bunch of CD albums to get like it wasn't even checky. It was literally like, I'm pretty sure it was a 1 minute like handshake meet and greet. So I won about like, I won 2 tickets to meet 2 different girls, and then I won 1 photo. It was really expensive too. It was this whole CD album. So like a single CD, right, won't be that much. A single CD would be like, I don't know, 1500 yen, right? Maybe. Depending on the CD, depending on the group. But an album is like, I don't know, 30 bucks, maybe 50 if you buy the limited edition kind. That gives you like, you get the music video with this one, and you get the blah 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 with this one, and whatever. I had to buy a bunch. And I pretty much got like one girl I really liked, and one girl I was like so about. Sorry about that, so girl, but you know, that's why I like had to research ahead of time. Like, okay, I don't really like follow this girl. Let me make sure I know everything about her just in case. Well, at least like enough about her, like what her nickname is, something she likes, something I like about her. So I had something to talk about, cause I did not have the means to like exchange my ticket with another Japanese person attending, right? So I was just gonna go regardless. How many CDs I buy? I don't remember anymore. I really don't remember. But I left them all in a tiny little bag in my Airbnb. Japan has a way of disposing these things. They recycle everything and they have different trash compartments. I left it all, and I left like notes for like my Airbnb person to like dispose of them all for the trash. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's really wasteful. I will say buying a lot of CDs is really wasteful for the environment, but this is how they do it. This is how they get their sales up. They can tell like how popular a group is based on how many people wail for copies of their CDs day one. 1500 yen. That's like 1,500. That's not 15k. Not 15k. 15k is like a Blu-ray or something. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, moving on. There are different types of events. The one that makes like, I guess like the most sense to Westerners who aren't used to these types of events, or people who just like, you know, who like meet other celebrities but like don't usually get to interact with idols, is of course the sign kai. The sign kai is just an autograph session. Sign, it just means autograph in Japanese. Usually sign kais are done for one of two ways, or like reasons. One is usually to promote some sort of like printed published good. So idols, for example, they'll usually release like photo books, or some of the rarer ones they write, so they might have like an actual short published book. Otherwise, for the most part, the sign kais will be on like one of those really big signboards, you know? So like those signboards usually leave room for more than one person's signature, honestly. So like if it's like with a solo person, then they might write a little bit of a message. They write your name, and then they write like thank you, right? And then they'll write their signature. But usually it's actually with a group. So basically you go down a table and you have a little post-it note with how you write your name. So everybody will follow that. And then they'll like they'll like pass it along to the next girl to sign. But as they do that, they spend a little bit of time talking to you, right? So when they first get it, they'll like greet you, they'll say hi, they'll thank you, and then you have that opportunity while they're writing something to say like any sort of message to them. That is your moment. You know, that is your time to shine. And then they'll just like, some of the idols, if you like keep talking, they'll sign a little bit slower. They'll sign a little bit slower just to let you finish. Or they'll write a little bit more if you give them a personal message, right? So like, for example, you go, oh, I really like this or this. Let's say they're an idol who is known for like their singing, right? And you tell them like, oh, this is like, I really like your singing, I especially like your singing in this song, right? Then they might personally write, hello, thank you for liking like this song or whatever, and then they'll sign their name, right? Something very simple. And then they'll pass it along to the next girl, and when they pass it along, you follow on the other side of the table, and you rinse and repeat. What type of events? I was doing a meet and greet handshake. But I have been to one of every type of these events, so so the sign kai I went for was a photo book. What I did is I went the day of in the morning to their store. So the idol group I went to was for it's called Anjarumu, but it's written like anger me, which is really funny and not that appealing. It's pronounced Anjarumu because it is supposed to be like angel and larme, which means like tear. It's supposed to be pronounced in this weird French, this fake Japanese French. They used to be called Smilage, which was still like 100% a better name, but oh well. I like them since they began as Smilage, and I kind of cried. I cried angel tears when they changed their name. Yeah, anger me. Exactly. So I went the morning of, and they're part of a company, well, not really an agency called Hello Project, which has been around for a really, really long time. They're one of like one of the younger groups at the time. Nowadays, they're like kind of in the middle of the pack. It's been a while. But when I went, a now graduated girl, her name is Murata Mizuki. So Mizuki-chan, right? She had a photo book come out. So I went to that store in the morning and I bought her photo book. And with that photo book, if you bought it like specifically at that store, specifically the day of, you get a signed kai ticket, right? And it tells you, okay, admit one for this date, this time, right? I know, can you sign this as Smilage? Well, she signed it as her own name, it's fine. So like, despite the fact that you could buy her photo book in most other stores, you could buy it normally there. You could pre-order it on like Amazon. You could buy it from some other bookstore. But they wanted to make sure that their sales were boosted, right? So that's why they were promoting it with a sign kai. So I bought it the morning of, and I came back that day at night, and oh my god. I was such a gaijin. Oh my god. I don't know how this happened. Okay, small scuff story of Meimi's first time and only time in Japan, right? I bought it and I left it in the bag, the plastic bag it came in, right? And then when I got there that evening, I flipped through the entire book and the ticket was gone. Like, I was like, I literally left it in the book. I left it in the book so I wouldn't lose it. You know? I didn't want to take it out. I don't know how this happened. I guess I put other things that I bought throughout the day because it was an Akihabara, right? And obviously I wasn't gonna like spend all day doing nothing. So I went and had fun the rest of the day. And I bought more things and put it in there. But I don't know how that tiny slip of paper came out. Anyway, so I kind of what we call gaijin smashed my way through. So naturally, as a witch, I may be proficient in many things, but I was not really familiar with what to do or Japanese. But I really wanted to go, and I had my receipt. Right, I bought it the day of. Like the staff son would know me, so and I was like, I'm not gonna come back any other time. I can't like come to a different event or come on a different day. So I basically was like, hi, I'm really sorry. I bought this. I can't find it. I bought this. Look. The problem was, do you know like Japanese staff son, right? Japanese staff son, they speak Keigo. Keigo is like super polite Japanese. I barely understand any Japanese to begin with, especially not if they like speak it in such a complicated and fast and polite way, which they are of course not allowed to like dumb down for me. They could just say something really simple for me to understand, but no, they had to be polite and have full sentences anyway, right? So I couldn't understand what she was saying back to me. I just kept bowing and apologizing and being like, I'm sorry, I'm a witch, I don't understand, I'm not from Japan. Until finally, I kind of started understanding through her body language. Oh, she's letting me through. I guess she was being super polite. Yeah, but they forgave me and they let me in, and I was like, thank you so much. Oh, I mean, I was clearly a fan, and I was a girl. Okay, not gonna lie, the percentage of girls at these events isn't like super high or anything. I was a nice, well-dressed, witchy girl. So they let me through. And that was the story. That was the story of how I gaijin smashed my way through this. And I became really paranoid. This was the first event I did as well. The first event I landed in Japan, and like the next day I did this or something like this. So after that I became really paranoid and saved all my tickets properly, because they're just a tiny slip of paper, you know. It's not like fancy. So yeah, staff son let me through. They were really nice about it. But yeah, that one was since it was a small Sankai, it was in their store. So what happened was they had a little like they had a little Q&A set up for her already, right? So it was already like some MC and her like talking back and forth. So it was like talking about her experience shooting the book, talking about what picture she liked the best, or what part of the trip she liked the best, because you know they go like to a different location to do the photo shoot and whatnot. And it was like, honestly, she was like not super old. I don't remember how old she was at that point. 18? Maybe 18? But her like vocabulary was like really basic. So even I could understand it. So she was talking about how like for example, there was like some swimsuit photos. And she was like, it was really cold. Because they always shoot it like a season beforehand, right? They released it like, if it was releasing, it was just in what was it, June? June at the time? Early June? So they had to take it like in spring. And it was super cold in the pool. And so she was like shivering and talking about how like she would go in and out of the pool, and then like outside they would like give her like towels and like hand warmers and stuff like that. So it was really funny. So they give a little like brief about a brief interview about their experience, and then afterwards everyone lines up, and then they get a chance to have her sign it. You have a chance to like shake her hand really quickly, and like you say thank you, she says thank you, I say English. So I go like, I'm a witch from the witch realm, and they're like, wow, that's amazing. You know, they're basically like, and then she looks at her like manager, and her manager looks back, and they're like international fans, right? That's how it works. It's really cute. Anyway, that was the first event I went to. The other events, were pretty similar. It goes in a similar vein. High touch events, are a little bit faster than handshakes. So the high touch events, high touch is just a high five. But you do the high five usually with 2 hands. So how it works is usually the group is lined up. And then everybody just goes go go go. You know, you guys are in a line. You high five, move on. High five, move on. High five, move on. Like you don't get to say much, right? So during that time, I pretty much only get out 2 words. I usually choose "I love you," and then I usually choose "I'm from the witch realm." 2 things to dazzle them with. Choose carefully, right? And they also only have a little bit to say back, so they usually go, "Oh, so cute," or "Oh, wow, international fan," right? Or they go, and then they go, "Thank you," and then they move on. That's all you get. That's all you get out. High touch events are usually for smaller events. So for example, idols usually do a couple of venues, public venues for like their release events. So sometimes they perform in malls such as Ikebukuro Sunshine Mall, their plaza, for example, which I went to. And sometimes they perform at Tower Records. That one you have to buy a CD the day of and get come back at night, which I also went to. And at the end of it, like you may or may not get a high touch event. It's not guaranteed. They tell you beforehand. You know, they're not gonna like sell a CD to you without telling you if you get benefits or not. And then akshukai. Akshukai is a proper handshake. So handshake, you can actually choose 1 hand or 2 hands. Some idols are known for their grip. Some idols like really like both like hold both of your hands or hold your one hand with both of their hands and they don't let go. They're like hold tight and they cling. Some are more like casual and polite and just do like, oh, just like they just like hold your hair 2 hands with their 2 hands and they just like do a small shake or a swing or something like that. But yeah, this is usually exchanged among the fans. Fans will tell you who has the best handshakes. Was my trip to Japan centered around these events? Yes, absolutely. What do you think I went to Japan for? Idols. Only idols. I only went to events. I think the only non-idol thing I did was shopping and Tokyo Disney Sea. I scheduled events for almost every single day. So I went to pretty much every event. Actually, the reason why I went to Japan was because one of my favorite idol groups was graduating. And it was the first time I was able to save up and even go. So one of my favorite groups, Cute though. They were graduating, so I got tickets to the graduation concert at which one was it? I think it was Budokan. I think it was a Budokan live. Either that or Tokyo Dome. I don't remember. One of them. And I was like, well, time to look at the calendar and schedule as many events as I can. Let's go all out. I was there for 3 weeks. Shake the hat? You could, I guess. But you can't steal it. So basically, an akshu kai is a little bit longer than the high touch. You know, they don't like shove you off the line immediately. But because of that, akshu kai is a little bit more expensive. Usually that's when you have to buy the lots of CDs and lottery it or something like that. But that's when you get a proper greeting, a proper like message out, and then a proper goodbye. It depends though. Sometimes they're like, sometimes they offer that like in different booths, where like they have a longer line booth for it, and then you can get a little bit of a longer time. And then the last type of event they do is a photo event, right? Oh, actually no, Watashikai. I don't have a picture for that, but Watashikai is very simple. All they do is hand something over. So they're selling a product, and they just, if you buy it, you get it handed personally to you. That's it. Usually it's like it's a CD. It's a CD. They hand their CD over, and that's it. Right? When you're buying merch, they're buying a t-shirt, they'll hand it over. That's it. You don't get a handshake, you don't get a high five, you don't get anything. So you just say thank you, right? Very simple. Sometimes idols will have collabs, right? So they'll be selling their glasses. Idol brand glasses or something, right? Or idol brand soda or whatever campaign they're doing, and they'll hand that over instead. It's like if you're there and you want that good anyway, you might as well do it. But it's not something like you would fly over for, right? It's not a huge deal. They do. A lot of smaller groups do this like after their concerts. If they're in like small little clubs or like small lives, you know? The small like Chica idols, for example. Chica is an underground idol. So smaller groups that aren't with really big companies, that aren't doing like big venues or whatever, that perform like nightly, in order to get you to buy their CDs, they'll sell their own merch. And then finally, the photo one is a shame or a chekikai. So I feel like you guys know what chekis are, right? Chekis are like the smaller Polaroids, the like upright ones. The chekis are like the little vertical ones, or you get the full Polaroid. Sometimes they give you the full Polaroid, and usually with those photo events, they are also nice enough to sign it afterwards. I've also done both of these. And for some small places like if they're touring overseas, if they're doing some sort of like event where they're not at their home venue, for example, so they don't have the Polaroid cameras or film, they'll allow you to use your own phone. So like you hand your phone over to the staff son and they'll take a picture for you, right? But yeah, and the way most of these work is pretty much the same. You buy the ticket, you sometimes have to raffle to get it, but the only thing you can actually extend is the handshake event. So I feel like you guys know from Bunny Garden now, right? But you can extend your time. And this is done by purchasing multiple tickets. Now, you can't do that for things like a photo or checking event because you have to get a separate photo for each ticket. You basically loop the line. You take one photo, you go back onto the line, you take another photo, right? Same thing if you just do like a autograph signing or whatever. You get another one. You have to get another one physically. And they always write your name on it because they don't want you to like sell it off. They want to make sure their actual fans get it, so they personalize it. But for something like a handshake event, you can buy multiple ones. Say like the most expensive ones, like they only give you like 30 seconds, right? So if you buy 5 of them, they all add up. You can use it all at once, or you can loop the line if you want. So yeah, for girls that aren't super popular, for example, you can buy a bunch of tickets and just talk to her for a super long time. I mean, they'll be happy. They don't want to like stand around and have nobody on their line, right? They'll be happy to talk to you. And especially the best idols, they will remember who you are. So the best idols will be like, oh, they'll reference something you talked about last time, like, how's that doing? Because a lot of the fans, they come to the events and they're like, oh, I've been having a hard time, or I've been going through something with my studies lately, right? But I've been listening to your music to cheer up, or like I've been watching your live over and over to cheer me up, right? And then they'll be like, oh, good luck. And the next time they'll be like, how's your work been? Or like, did you like get a good test grade? Something like that. That's what I aspire to. I want to be the type of person who's able to remember these sorts of personal details. 可 coming back every 30 minutes so she doesn't forget me. You can just do it all at once though. Unless you go like, I don't know, different days. You can go different days, that's true. Do not sniff the item. That's true actually. Now that I think about it, like Asian girls, they like using perfume and stuff, so they might actually smell really nice. I don't know if it'll extend to their hand though. They recognize me as an international fangirl. I didn't go enough for them to, I don't think. But maybe a couple in the same day. I think there was like a couple, like a very few that I went to like 2 days of, or like the morning and night event of, that might have like made them remember me. Since I mean I was wearing the same outfit at that point. Do people go back in line if they won the lottery twice? Also, the lottery is separate. So the way it works is before the actual event, there's a lottery. So for example, you buy CDs through pre-order, right? You pre-order up until this date, and then the CD's release. You get the CD, you open up each CD, and you take a little promo card out. You put the promo like one use code into the website. And so into the website, you have until a certain date before they announce the results. Once you get an email for the results, then you can choose to purchase it. Now, granted, some of them don't give you the option to not purchase it. So you do have to be careful. If you win like every single CD you got, then like you have to pay for all of them. I hope you can like sell some off if you didn't want to go to all of them, you know? But but yeah, but by then, like, you would present it the day of, like, to the staff son. If you had like multiple tickets, you would be like, I'm gonna use this many at a time. Or like they'll have rules in place, you know. They have a lot of like guidelines depending on the event. Do I remember my regular chatters? Of course I do. I mean, granted, members are easier. Members are easier, especially, you know, because their name stands out or they're in my member streams. But I'm not gonna like, you know, I'm just gonna like, I'm not gonna be like, so how's your day name here? We could talk about that in member streams. If someone's rich enough, they can pay to extend the handshake long enough so no one else gets a turn. That's why raffles exist. So like, if it was first come first serve, you could theoretically buy them all out. If a girl was unpopular and no one else was going for her, you can also theoretically buy her all out. Yes, you can buy the entire hour that she's doing it. But raffles exist so that, like, you know, so everybody gets a chance. Also, for things like the AKB48 theater, they actually try to give slight preferential treatment to new people, and girls. You make an account to apply for those sort of raffles, and you put your profile and stuff like that. They do want to like give a chance for new people to get in, and they especially like girls. There's when I went to for example, like in Tokyo Records, you know, like No Music No Life, in the top floor where they do the lives, there is a separate section for girls to stand, especially because we're shorter, okay? So like all the guys are on the left, and there's a small section, it's like about 1/4 of the size, honestly, for girls only. It's still like based by number. So when you get like those standing room only events, so that was like a live, for example, they give you a number on your ticket, and that's your order you can like line up on. And of course, Japanese people are super orderly, so you line up in the staircase with that, and it's random. So, I mean, I'm super short, so if I'm not in the front row, it's much over. I can't even see over the heads of the other ladies. But there's a good number of ladies that show up. There's quite a good number. And fans are very respectful. They try their best not to like get in the way of you. People who are really crazy with the light sticks and or want to like wotoge, you know, like do like dancing and copying and stuff, they usually stand in the back where they can't hit anyone. But yeah. I've been pretty lucky, but I just, as soon as everyone is cheering and stuff, I can't see. I see like the tops of their heads occasionally. I'm sure even in Japan, yes. I also I don't like wearing heels, you know, especially if I'm on like vacation. I'm on vacation and I'm not allowed to fly. I'm not allowed to fly, so I can't just float over people's heads or use a broom or anything. And I'm not wearing heels because I walked all day in Akihabara. Yeah, a lot of the ladies are like office ladies, right? Because you have to buy these things. So monetarily supporting your Oshi still means that they hold a day job. So a lot of them come right after work. So they're dressed really nicely and they're still in their heels and stuff like that. Step ladder. I should. I am short. Anyway. Virtual events. This all comes down to virtual events, right? None of this really applies if you are going to just a virtual event or are seeing a VTuber. Granted, virtual events started even before VTubers. Okay, started doing them. Virtual events started basically, you know, both like for safety and health concerns because they couldn't hold in-person meet and greets anymore, or there has been some periods of time where like idols have been threatened. There are like crazy people or like crazy fans, not usually their own fans, to be honest. Usually just haters who like will get through the system somehow and then threaten them. It sadly happens in real life. They sadly do have stalkers and stuff too. This is because in Japan and I mean like in overseas in general, I think idols have like a long-standing like bad connotation to them because a lot of people who are like especially upset with their lives, they think like, oh my god, these girls just have to like look cute and sing and dance and they're not even good at it or whatever, and they get paid so much money like, and I have to work all day and I have to work overtime and I hate my life. Like, I'm gonna take it out on them. I'm gonna take it out on some like 16-year-old girl because obviously it's her fault. Right? So this has sadly happened quite a few times before, and since then they have like added a lot more safety measures. So there's a lot more like hoops you have to jump through nowadays. You have to have like, usually you have to have like a phone number verification in Japan. Usually you have to have like you have to go through like metal detectors. You have to like get your bags checked, not bring anything, that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't want to like dwell on what has happened exactly, but it makes the news all the time. And it's like a very old traditional thinking because like, you know, like if you think it's so easy, you do it. That is my response to everyone. If you think you can do it, then do it. If you do it better than them, that's great. You have a career now. But like, you should try and understand where they're coming from, okay? Like, just let them do what they do in peace. All they want to do, all idols ever want to do, is provide like a fun place for their fans. They want to achieve their own dreams and see their fans happy. And there's plenty of fans that like thank them for doing what they do, right? Because like, what is the point of art? What is the point of like music? It's just to make like life worth living, right? And seeing some girl like have a dream they want to follow and sacrifice all their free time, all of their energy to practice, to prepare, to like, you know, skip out on school trips, skip out on like, you know, essentially living like responsibility-free youth just for you. Like, why are you mad about that? It's true, idols are not like always the most talented at singing or dancing, but as long as they make someone happy, then they're doing their job, you know? If you don't like them, don't watch them. Same with VTubing. Same with YouTubing. If you think you can do it better, go do it. I'm not even saying that like who you're criticizing is good or who you're criticizing is doing a better job than you. I'm just saying you should try and understand them first. But yeah, it's a performing arts job, and it's like fan services for the fans, you know? They want to find different ways to appreciate you. There's been some wild groups. Bish is one of the crazy groups. It stands for brand new idol shit. They're one of the crazy groups. They did something where like I think they like either, I don't remember exactly anymore. They either like slapped their fans or something crazy, or they did something like crowd surfing, random stuff like that. They had like weird stuff weird stuff at their meet and greets. So like, you know, the more crazy people there are, the less fun people can have at these things. Like, idols want to provide more for you guys. Idols don't want to gatekeep their meet and greets. They want to spend more time, more than 1 minute. But like, it's more fair if they have a bunch of fans to only spend 1 minute on like 500 people than like 5 minutes on 100 people, right? But yeah, this is a little digression. You guys want to be slapped by me? Slap cut? Yeah, it could happen. Yeah, but anyway. Anyway, back to virtual formats. Digital formats include things like Zoom calls or VR chat, both of which Production Kawaii has done before. I have not done it. My senpais have done it before. Or at the case of an anime convention such as Off-Kai or some other ones, they stream to an in-person venue. So you are there in person, but they are streaming live over like a Zoom call or a screen share or something like that. And you still get the one-on-one time. You still get the allotted, minute and whatever. You can still talk to them in real time. You do have to worry about delay a little bit more than other times. But that way they don't, they don't have to restrict themselves to one region or one time zone or whatever. They can do multiple events this way, back to back. Also, it's also your choice if you want to turn your camera on. Like for something like VR chat, if you don't want to like use a webcam or don't have a webcam, you can do VR chat model instead, and take a picture that way in game. Or Zoom type, you can use your webcam, or you can even use a model back. Use a VTuber model back. Why not? It would be fun. Alrighty, this is how Off-Kai works. They did just close their raffle for the first like round. So if you didn't win, you have to wait for the open purchase time. So how it works is you submit your intention to buy a meet and greet ticket into a raffle at Off-Kai, and the results have already come out, so they let you know in the purchase page which ones you won. Say you won like a bunch of them or all of them, right? And you're like, okay, well, I only have $100. I can only go to 2 or 3 of them. So you do that. They give you like, I don't remember how much time, several days to finish your purchase, and whatever that has been held that didn't get purchased gets released on a first come first served basis. So if you did not manage to win one of these two, or if you did not manage to win some other Oshi you're waiting for, you pretty much have to be on that page refreshing. Be on that page refreshing, have notifications on for Off-Kai Twitter when they announce this sort of thing, because it's gonna go quick. At least, I mean, sometimes if it goes too quickly, they release like more slots, essentially. But as you can see, you can either see Nene on Sunday at 1:45 to 2:45 p.m. For $30, 1 minute per ticket. Or Reina and She on Sunday 3 to 4 p.m. For $30, 1 minute per ticket. So bear in mind, when you see Reina and She, it is 1 minute for both. They're both gonna be on the screen at the same time. And also, if you buy multiple tickets, you should be able to stack them. You should be able to stack them. So you can do 2 minutes if you buy 2 of them. Something like that. Always check the rules, right? So always check the rules. This is the time slot and section. So for example, if you have 1 minute or if you have 5 minutes, make sure you show up and wait online so that it gives you enough time to get to the head of the line before the 2:45 hits and the 3 p.m. the 4 p.m. hits, right? You're not gonna get your full time if they are like if they have to dip. Another thing is check the policy. So small gifts only. Usually this means that Offkai or staff-san on the premises of the con are going to take a batch of everybody's gifts and mail them to the like production kawaii talent like after the con. So small gifts, nothing expensive. It means nothing expensive as well as nothing big. Okay? Usually, if you give a really expensive gift to a real life idol, I'm telling you right now, they have policies that they're not allowed to receive it. Management will pocket it. This is not the case with us, but like we're also technically not supposed to receive really, really expensive things, right? For example, you receive like, I don't know, a Tiffany necklace. Let's be crazy, okay? $1,000 necklace, right? This could be a way to circumvent like the company to get the girl more earnings. This is why it's against policy, right? You're not technically allowed to do that because then the company doesn't get cut, right? Also just for safety reasons, they don't want to be liable for like losing something extremely expensive. Or you know, they're just some things that they think would be inappropriate for her to have, right? So they are going to inspect it first. Usually speaking, okay, no food. Most policies absolutely ban food that's gonna expire. Even dried food, snacks, like if it's packaged untouched, but even so, it's like a safety hazard. So generally speaking, don't do it unless they specifically say they want it. There have been like idols that have been like, oh, I really want to eat like, I don't know. There was like do you know Sally Amaki from 22-1? she's a American that's in a Japanese idol group. She's pretty famous for being a meme queen. She famously was like, I really miss eating hot Cheetos and stuff like that. So like fans sent her hot Cheetos, for example. If they're okay with it, they'll let you know and then you can send it. But you know, try not to. Things you can usually send for small gifts like small plushies, things that are transportable, things that are soft, nothing like hard or would break. Basically, if you want to give a gift, the best idea is stationery. Always just give a letter. Right? Give a letter, and give a doodle, drawing, stickers, anything like small in print and easy to mail. Hi Pippa! Hello! I love Sally. Yeah, she's such a goofball. I love her. She says the most unhinged things though. What if it's fake Tiffany? Okay, but if they mail that sort of thing overseas, they still have to like, they have to write down customs. That's also really annoying, right? Customs might snatch it or charge something if they have to write down like how much it costs. No crystal ball gifting. Maybe a rubber ball. A rubber ball might be okay. That's considered small. It has to fit in a small box. Preferably a small flat rate box would be ideal. Hi. Yeah, Pippa's a fellow idol fan. Pippa, I was just saying how I went to Japan to see cute graduation. And I saw a bunch of other girls. Saw like running with me. I saw I saw Angelmu. I saw Juice Juice. I saw Kobushi Factory, R.I.P. Kobushi Factory. And a couple other like non-Hello Project groups, but I didn't get to see any AKB girls. I did not win theater, I don't think. I don't know if I managed to apply. Yeah, it was good. Did I ugly cry at the graduation? Not really. It was a really good graduation, you know? They were active for a long time. Ever since they were young. And I liked them ever since they were young. I liked them ever since they came out, pretty much. Since they debuted. Because, like, it was like young girls. Young girls who were, like, dancing and singing and really professional about it. And also being silly in their own time. And I was like, oh, I want to be like them someday. Obviously, I grew up and did not have enough money to see them until they announced their graduation. And they already became, like, adults. They were, like, how old are they? 25-ish when they were graduating. So, like, I was like, this is my moment. I'm using my big girl money. I'm flying. Flying there. It was really good. And they sang, like, they, like, curated their whole concert themselves, you know? So they chose their set list. They all chose a solo. They chose their outfits. And they just had fun. They had so much fun that you had fun. And it was not like a sad graduation at all. It was like a celebration of their entire career. That's what it felt like. They were like ready to graduate. And then Aidi's still a soloist to this day. Suzuki Airi from Cute is the girl who sang with Masayoshi Ono? Is that his name? Daddy Daddy Do. So right now she has a gig doing anime song covers and emceeing for an anime related like song variety TV show, something like that. So yeah, basically you have to like pick and choose your battles, you know? Yeah, Daddy Daddy Do. It's like she's saying the harmony part, I guess, the female part. She was on first take for that. She was also recently on the first take with some other group that I'm forgetting about right now, but some popular rock group. Yeah, you know, she's doing so much now. She's also in a TV drama or something like that. Living her best life. I love her still. But anyway, going back to Offcly specifically, we are allowing photos. So definitely bring your phones, have it charged if you're going, and you can take a photo. No groups. So groups means like, say you have a friend. You have a friend who also happens to have a ticket. You guys can combine your time and go in at the same time. So it would be like 1 minute per ticket. You and them would have 2 minutes together. They usually cap it at like three people or 4 people for a group or something like that. Bear in mind, this does like reduce your one-on-one time. But like, say like, you know, you're not as big of a fan, your friend's like more of a fan. You're just like gonna go together as moral support. You wanna just like get a photo together. It's really cute. But we don't have groups. We don't allow groups. We want to make sure we give you guys the one-on-one time. Yeah. So if you're going, make sure to write a letter. Make sure to write a letter ahead of time. They'll be super duper grateful. Okay. How to greet your Oshi? Finally, what do you do? How do you actually talk to them? Well, I formatted it in 3 parts for you. The beginning, the middle, and end, right? This is like an essay. If you have 1 minute, what should you do? Well, of course, if you plan to write letters, yatta! Yay! This is like the cheapest way to do it. You don't have to pay international to send a letter. You can just drop it off. But yeah, the easiest way to greet your Oshi, of course, self-introduction. But instead of just saying your name, right? Instead of just saying your name, because like, what if you have a hard to pronounce username, and they don't remember. Or you just like don't chat that much, but you lurk a lot and you still really like them. I would go with what you might be recognizable by, right? If you, for example, have something that you could kind of point to, that's kind of like your fan cred. So you could be like, I've been a fan since this or this, or I've been a fan since your second song cover, or your new outfit, or something like that, right? Or I'm someone who really I show up every time to your stream when you play this game, something like that. Of course, if you remember, you can also be like, hi, I'm this person that plays this game with you a lot, or I recommended this watch along with you, something like that. I wish I had this for my most green greats. This is what I'm trying to do. This is the like go-to PowerPoint. Scream at the top of my lungs. I think the staff son will escort you out if you do that. Please don't. Another thing you should mention is where you're from. They really like connecting like fans from regions, because then they like really understand like, whoa, I have fans from all over the place, right? Especially if your analytics just say like, oh, they're from the United States. Okay, they're from this country. That's great. That's really big. Doesn't say much. So introduction. Usually I would say something like, hi, my name is Meimi. I go by Majokko Meimi, or Meimi Kawaii on YouTube. I've been a fan since your kawaii concert, for example. Right? I've been a fan since your concert. I really like your karaoke's. I always show up for them. And I'm from the witch realm. Yeah. And then you can say something else if you want to, but I understand some fans don't really want to talk too much about themselves or don't reveal too much about themselves, especially if they lurk. That is okay. They will still appreciate you. If you really want to remain anonymous, that's fine too. The wallet snatcher. Yes. It's good advice for anyone. Yeah. I mean, it's not about your Oshi, right? But a lot of people just go, my name is this, and it's blank, right? And then the Oshi's just like, oh, hi, blank name here. Like, granted, of course, if you're a big fan, hopefully your Oshi will remember you. But sometimes they remember you, they just don't remember your username. If you change it a lot, if you change your profile picture a lot. Oh, actually, tell them what your profile picture is. That will actually help so much. Because a lot of people have similar names, right? You're the, like, 50th, like, Bob I know on YouTube. But I'm, like, the Bob with the, like, the funny, like, icon that you drew. Or I have an icon of your, like, of your chibi doing this. You know, that's, like, super easy to identify. We literally will like glance down chat and we'll like, we remember that way. It's easier than reading your whole name sometimes. What can I say? How do you describe yourself? The selfie with sunglasses. You know, like something like that. Or you just like put on your sunglasses when you go in person. Be like, recognize this is me. This is my profile picture. You know, easy like that. Yeah. Yeah. Any nicknames, of course. Cryptobot. Yes. If you said your name, I probably wouldn't recognize it, but I'd be like, oh, the guy with the like the Bitcoin name. I'll do that. Print out profile picture. Oh my god. Yeah, actually, if you really want to be remembered, do that. If you want a picture of your cats, oh yeah, you can do that. Well, I'll get to that part. Middle part. If you want to start talking about your experience with the idol and what you like about them. That is what the meat of what your meet and greet should be about. You want to meet Oshi because you appreciate them, right? In order to make them feel appreciated, point out specific moments that really stuck with you. And like, kind of just gives them good feedback for what their fans like, right? So, something easy. My favorite is when you saying this song cover. My favorite is when you do these karaoke streams. My favorite is when you do this kind of ASMR. I hope you do that sort of thing more. Add a little bit more of a personal message to it, and like that way the story isn't generic, right? That way the idol will remember exactly, you know, who told the story and why, right? What kind of impression did it leave on you? Like you're like, oh, I love listening to your karaoke's at work, and I like play your VODs. I play your VODs when I'm playing video games, or I play alongside you, or I was really moved when you knew this like reference or joke, or you happen to be a really long time fan of this series or whatever, and I bonded with you over that. Any sort of small personal touches, any like reasons why they are your Oshi, you should mention it. Like, I think your laugh is really cute. I think it's really funny how you nerd out over this character. You know, try and prepare this ahead of time. This is the part I feel people will forget. Or get someone derailed. Listen to your modding sessions? Oh, I already know. I already know. Yeah, something specific if possible. That way they'll mentally not only connect it with you, they'll mentally be like, oh, I should do that more often, right? And then really be like, I don't know, just like, be genuine. Be genuine, and that will prompt a conversation. The ideal, of course, is that the Oshi you're meeting is going to be able to pick up what you're putting down, right? You put down, like, I really like this and this. They will respond. They'll keep the ball rolling. They'll be like, oh my god, that was so fun. I remember that. I should do that more often. Hey, I'll think about this and this next time. What do you think? Or, you know, that sort of thing. It will naturally evolve into a conversation. This will be the meat of your entire 1 minute or so. So like, by the way, I'm like craning my neck right now. I'm so comfortable. I'm gonna raise my head a little bit. I'm literally looking over my desk. But anyway, ease into any questions or suggestions you have for them. If you prepare any questions, I have a question slide later that I can give you examples of. That is just like, in case you don't have a conversation that like naturally evolves from this. Say you say something and they don't really know what to say to it. You know, like, I really like this song cover, and they go, oh, thank you so much. I like it too. And then, oh no, right? Well, it's fine. You at least started the conversation. You can now go into your questions and backup questions and suggestions and whatnot. It can be like that. And at some point I blinked out at one of the meet and greets. Exactly. This is the part where you have to do homework on. I always prepare it. At least, like, even if you're online, just rehearse what you're gonna say in your head. What I do, so a couple of the ones I prepared. I always make sure I know my Oshi's like nickname. Actually, well, it's like not just my Oshi, right? I meet a whole group of girls, so I try to remember all their nicknames. I always address them first that way, right? You don't want to go up to them and be like, Namiji Frisia, right? Like, go Nami, right? Something casual like that to show you're an actual fan. You go, hi, I'm Meimi. I come from the witch realm. I've been a fan for since you did this in this stream. You might remember me because I always talk about this one artist that we both like during your karaoke's. Something like that. That's my self-introduction, right? Then I ease into compliments. My favorite, I really like your latest outfit. Or I really love, I love it so much. And then this is a part where you can also bring up merch or anything you prepared. I brought your merch. I have your plushie. I have an eat-a bag with your like, face plastered all over it. Show and tell. Show and tell, it works Every time. They'll be super rizzed up if you do that. They're like, oh my god, you're a real fan. You spend money on me. Or you spend time and effort and printed me out, right? So do that. The meet and greet shush. Miss Namina. Yeah, I know. Hello, Miss Namina Nova. It's so funny when people call her Nova. I'm like, who's that? Anyway, I call her Navi. I call her Navi, but you know, official nickname is Nano. I usually the idols I go to are 3D, so I'll be like, I really liked when you acted in this stage play. This is like my favorite stage play of yours. I really liked your solo in this song. I really like your dance break in this song. I really like this one outfit you had. Super specific moments. And then I'll say something like, oh, like how do you like the insert venue that you were at today, right? Just something generic, or like, did you eat anything yummy lately, right? Okay, I'll go more into like the questions later, right? But like, insert question, insert conversation starter. You talk about it for a little bit. Then parting message time. My go-to is always I love you, thank you. Everyone understands that. No matter what language they speak, they understand I love you and they understand thank you. But yes, thank you for your time, right? If they are more fluent in English, give feedback if you have any last minute like suggestion. I've met like, who have I met? Some like actor or YouTuber or whatever. I don't remember anymore. Man, it's been so long. But I was like, what about this idea next time? You know? I was like, I would really love to see this next time. And then they'll just go, oh sure, I'll think about it. You know? They like that sort of feedback. But it's also non-committal. It's not like we have to have a whole conversation about why not like this idea is gonna fly. Just like a parting, like I'm looking forward to more content from you in like this format, right? Do more 3D streams. Do more song covers like this. And then very last minute I'll support you. I'm cheering for you on. Anything nice like that. Right? I'm always gonna be there for you. I'm looking forward to your next concert. I love you. Thank you. Done. 1 minute. The hard part is fitting all of this into the 1 minute. Your 1 minute window. The mic kept disrupting. This is true. It's better to over-prepare and then not have anything, right? There is gonna be a bit of delay. The mic is not gonna be great. Tech issues abound. Gosh. But it's better to over-prepare. Just have one thing you really want to say to them and a couple backup questions, in my opinion. Have you heard that of playing Richi Mahjong? Yeah, we have a conversation about that. I would be like, oh, I want to. Thanks. They'll be like, thanks. Bye. Thank you for coming. You know? Alrighty. But what kind of questions did you prepare? Easy. Key word. Easy to answer. And under 1 minute. Easy to answer, okay? Don't be like, alrighty. If each of you and your gem mates were a flower, what flower would it be? Oh boy. What is your absolutely favorite game franchise ever? Favorite movie right now? Or like, you know, anything that would be like, oh my god, you don't want to spend your entire minute on them thinking. They'll be flustered, you'll be flustered, they won't give a good answer, they'll feel dumb about that. Easy, okay? Specific moments. How's Charles? Oh my god, yeah, she would just be like, oh yeah, Charles, great. I'll say hi to Susie for you. Something like that, right? How did you feel during this event? I love this, you know, easing into it. I really liked this event you did. I really liked when you guys played Crab Game. How did you feel? And then they'll be like, oh my god, that was so fun. Next time I will get my revenge or something like that. No, easy thing to react to immediately. How did you think of this idea? This is like such a creative stream. What made you think of it? What made you want to do it? And then they'll be like, oh my god, I got this or this inspiration, or I've always wanted to do like something creative. I'm glad it paid off, and because clearly you like it, you know. Maybe you can talk a little bit more about that. It's just like a yes and, you know, for every social interaction you create, you should have a yes and, right? That's your yes and. I really like this. What did you think? And they'll go yes and then continue the conversation, and then you go yes and continue the conversation. The ball keeps going back and forth in each other's court. When you get good at Elden Ring, and you guys just want to see me mauled in person for a meet and greet. Alrighty. Alrighty, I'm gonna sign up for the next meet and greet we do. Next one, I'm gonna take a tally of how many people purposely make me mauled during it. Alrighty. What would you like to do more of? This one's a little open-ended. But you know, considering most streamers are always like thinking of content, maybe they'll leak something to you. Hey, it's a one-on-one. It doesn't matter if they leak something. If you had all the time and money in the world, what project would you like to do? Right? That one's fun, in my opinion. But you can go crazy. You can go a little bit crazier than this. You don't have to be like content creation only. You could be like, if you were on a deserted island, what would you bring? 99% of us would probably bring like a cell phone, okay? Don't don't ask something that you don't want an answer to. That is very basic. Write a list of their names. Exposed afterwards. No, just kidding. If between two options, what would you like more, right? Instead of being like, what's your favorite game ever? You're like, okay, strawberry or chocolate, which one do you like more? Right? This game or this game, which one do you like more? Something simple. And make sure, allow yourself time to follow this up with a response to their reaction. This, and also word your question concisely. There are so many people who get up and like, you know, like get up and they ramble for a whole like 30 seconds before they ask their question. And then like at that point, the person listening is like, what was your question again? Right? You're like, oh, you know, I was thinking of like, you know, it's really cool how like you guys get like I don't know, 3D, and like some people have like this tracker and some people have this tracker, and some people use like Warudo and some people use like VR chat, and then yeah, so like anyway, like which do you think is the best? They'll be like, I'm sorry, what? Can you clarify? Right? Just be more concise. You can give yourself some time after the answer to follow up, you know, with your thoughts. But ask the question first. Give enough context, but ask the question first. Your thoughts should come second. You want to hear them speak, right? If you really want to say your opinion, send them a Maro. If you don't want to hear them speak, just send them a Maro. But yeah, just make sure you word it a little bit concisely so they don't have to ask for clarification. Just forgive me if it's already addressed. Are fans allowed to drop off gifts? Yes. So here is the gift policy. You should check with every single girl in case you are attending events with like other company girls. But for us, small gifts are okay. I would say no food because, you know, shipping is going to perish, so no perishables. Small because it shouldn't be expensive to ship. It shouldn't be heavy. It shouldn't be easily broken. Something soft, like a small plushie, would be okay. Something small, handmade, if you personally wrap it up well, that saves them a lot of trouble, right? They'll try and like flash ship it to the girl. Make sure you package it ahead of time. But preferably letters, stationery, stickers, doodles. They'll love that. Also, yeah, nothing dangerous to ship. No batteries, no flowers, nothing live, you know, nothing flammable. Basic things like that. You have to open it. They do have to open it, but I mean, like, you can put it in one of those, like, bubble wrap things, you know? I'm not saying, like, put it in a box where they can't see it at all. You can, like, cushion it a bit. Or, like, washi tape it. Washi tape it so they can, like, retape it. Alrighty. So, we do allow photos. Pretty much every single meet and greet for VTubers are going to allow photos, because what's the point otherwise? What's the point otherwise? You can't shake their hand? You can take a photo with them. No gunpla? Probably not. Probably not unless they're like the super small nanoblock kind that are in like a Ziploc, tiny Ziploc. You can send those. If it's in its original packaging, untouched, unopened, it will be okay. If you open it, if you tamper with it, it's not gonna be okay. So, photo pose ideas for digital meet and greets. The problem is VTubers can't do hand poses. Most of the time when you're with a 3D idol, you request a type of pose on like a post-it note, and you hand it to the staff son, and the staff son hands it to your Oshi, and then you do it together. So I wrote like the heart hand thingy. You can do like the big hand, you can demonstrate, you can like point at each other, that sort of thing, right? VTubers are a little limited by the screen they're given. If it's a 3D model, they can do more, obviously. So if it's a 3D model, I don't know. You know, I don't know what they have chosen so far. So go for it. But, you know, their tracking's gonna be a little funny. It's not gonna be exact. Matching it in person might be a little hard. This is what my approximate size ratio is. Usually they make the screen really big. I mean, why would they make it small, right? They put it on a little projector. So that is pretty much what you're gonna see. This is pretty much how tall you're gonna be. Granted, if you're really tall, you're gonna take up more space. Okay, yes, I know, I'm short. It is what it is. I can only judge from my tiny little people height. But this is my rough ratio size. Okay? If you're a little bit taller, you'll be at the shoulder size, but it's like a full projector. It's a full projector. You're not gonna be as tall as the projector. You're still not going to be. But you still are going to get you're gonna get like a vertical shot of yourself on your phone by the staff son. So when you go in, basically the staff son should, at least theoretically, I don't know if Offguy does it differently than every other idol ever, but yes, you go in, you hand the camera out, you have it on the camera app already, right? And if they're nice, they'll take a few extra pictures of you like talking to them. But they'll have a mic. You speak into the mic, and then at the very end, the staff son will be like, okay, you have 5 seconds left, take a photo. So you have to go. You have to be ready, you know? You have to be like, okay, let's do this pose, and then go. You don't have time to like think about it then. So you need the poses ready. You need to have a few ideas ready. And if you want to like request anything, make sure to do it. Outfits, models, or whatever, it's already pre-selected. The girl's already gonna have that ready. But you can ask for a toggle. You can be like, hey, can you put your, you know, Reina's her antlers on, her horns on. Can you do can you wear like this toggle for your outfit? Can you have this angry expression? Can you have the sparkly eyes expression? And small items that they like to put on. Can you have your mascot on your shoulder? Something like that. Something easy. Think about that ahead of time. Try and frame the picture in your mind ahead of time. I'm getting smaller because I keep... My hat's big! Okay, fine. I'll take off my hat. I'll take off my hat. I keep blocking it. I'm creating my neck. Ow. This is also... Yes, this is also where you think about what you should wear and what you should bring. What you wear matters, okay? I always suggest wearing idol merch. I always go in like a t-shirt of theirs if I have it. Of course, if you don't have it in time, that's fine. But think about how you're going to match their outfit. Wear their Oshi colors, right? Wear their Oshi colors. Wear something similar. Whatever will look good in a photo that you want to like keep. And then like back up a 50 million times in your cloud storage. Email it to yourself. This is where you also bring all your merch. If you make a little Oshi fan, your light stick in their color, your Ida bag with their stickers, your printout of their face, anything, make sure to bring it. Make sure it's ready to go. Make sure it'll fit in the photo. Again, it's gonna be like vertical photo, right? And the lighting won't be amazing because it's a projector. It's a projector. It's gonna be like brighter where they are. Don't stand right in front of their white screen if you don't want to be super backlit. Something like that. Don't wear a tux. Oh, absolutely. Wear a tux if you wanna. If that's what makes you look fancy and you wanna impress them. Can't come as just a hat. Well, if you want to pay for it, take it for a hat. Yeah. But make sure it's also, you know, easy to bring. They're not gonna let you into the booth if you bring anything too big. But I think, honestly, if you bring like a life-size cutout, they'll let you do it. Go for it. Okay. Funny ideas I came up with that I thought you guys could steal. Copy my homework. Make use of the screen. You can be more playful, right? In real life with 3D idols, you have to be sitting in the same seats or, you know, across the table, whatever. You can only do so much. Think about posing it like with the idol. So, I mean, she makes the funniest faces, right? So, just have her react to you. Or have her eat you. Or yes, I guess step on. But then they have to like... Okay, so like they can zoom in and zoom out. Be conscious of what you want it to look like. They can zoom in super like close and nom you, right? Or smile at you or whatever. Or they can zoom straight out and have their full body. But then they're just kind of be floating off the ground because it's gonna be a projector. So do think about that. Both of you guys making the same expression. You guys both go wow, right? You both go like, you know, shocked. Pointing or making hearts at them or at each other. Looking at each other. Peeking. Attack on Titaning. Offering them something. This one is where you can bring more items. You can hold up your stuff. Like, you can hold flowers up for them. You can fake propose to them if you really wanted to. With a ring pop. You can like... You can put their merch on display, right? So it looks like it's on their shoulder. Anything like that. Small dolls, pictures of them. Any inside jokes that you can think of. And just make sure it's appropriate. Staff son is okay with you bringing it in. And it's not going to make a mess. You cannot do something like throwing confetti, flowers, nothing that you have to clean up. Okay, so just think about that. These are some of the ideas I came up with anyway. Kohaku, an empty box or a loaf of bread. If you really wanted to, I guess, you can have her look at you with a disappointed, you know, shocked expression. Oh my god, throw money? Okay, you know what? If you tell Staff Son like a couple dollar bills, honestly, if you left those dollar bills and didn't clean them up, yeah, they're not gonna be that mad about that. JoJo pose? Yes, you can JoJo pose at each other. Those are pretty good ones. Exactly. Or you can just do simple ones, you know. I think peace sign is a little overrated, but you can heart hands. You can do the Cusco point. Oh wait, no, it's not the Cusco point anymore. It's like the Will Smith point. The Will Smith point. You can do that. Yeah, if you brought like, if you were coming to mine and you brought like cards, then it would be really cute, right? We could both like, I'll be like, oh my god, I'll bring like, I'll pull out cards too, or I'll pull out like glasses, and we can both like, you know, do something like that. Or if you like, you know, be creative about their assets. Can you have like cat ears out, and we can both meow? You know, be creative. You get one photo, so prepare this one ahead of time. Homework. What happened? What happened to my slide? What? Did I not have something here? Okay. Maybe I didn't. Did I not have something there? Okay, whatever. Questions! And then let's simulate. Let's simulate a couple. A couple of things. Wait, let me double check. Maybe it just didn't load. What the? Hmm? Hmm? Why is it gray? No, I don't have anything. It was just gray. Okay. Weird. Weird, but that was just... That's the slides. And then we can go over. We can practice. Maybe you can Will Smith slap me. Why? Light sticks or Oshi with a mic? Yeah, go for it. Actually, yeah. If you have a fake mic, hold it up to Oshi. She can lean in. Your Oshi will lean in. Light sticks, cheer to them. You know, wave to them. Wear something. Wear like an outfit. Match them or something. Did you put a video? No, it's just like some weird gray slide. Hello, I'm Steve. I've been a fan for 2 months and 12 days. Which do you like better, Souls-like or horror games? Really? Me too. Can you take a photo using me as a stepping stone? You got it. If your idea is to make me mold at you, absolutely, you nailed it. It's not a quiz. It's not a quiz. If you have any questions, but I will simulate the Oshi side. I personally think, VTubers and idols in general, they're not trained for this necessarily, but they should be good at continuing conversations. They should be entertaining, even if you don't think of anything amazing to say. Even if you're worried about sounding generic, they should still have a good reaction to whatever you say. You know, even if you're like the 50th person, which is like amazing. I don't know if there's 50 people, but like, if you're the 50th person to be like, I like this thing you did, they're still gonna be super like appreciative that you told them that. It's better than saying nothing. It's better than not going at all, right? They're still gonna be really happy, and they'll be like, oh my god, thank you so much, right? You're gonna recognize me and flame me. Alrighty, let me know ahead of time if you guys want to be flamed or not. Personally. Yeah, you have to pay the extra. You have to pay the extra price for that. Separate tickets. Just kidding. That'd be so funny. Kaoden? Kaoden's nice though. I don't know how to stimulate her. I didn't think of that, but now I worry. Don't! I'm kidding. More flame, more sauce. My jungle days are so much over. It's not like you cannot record your experience at Offkai. If it was a Zoom meeting or VR chat thing, you might be able to record it, for example, right? But in-person events you cannot record. And they take your phone for the photos, so you cannot like audio record or anything either. So make sure it's a interaction that you want to remember. Right? It's the once in a lifetime interaction you want to remember. Hi Mimi, I'm Brandon. She'll be like, oh, it's you. This will be pretty funny. No, wait, you guys are giving too much pressure to me. You want me to be like, oh, it's you to every single person that like comes and does my meet and greet. What the? I have to do homework then. Idols of a video of an elephant. No, sadly, they're not gonna be able to see new videos. They can see a picture, but it's gonna be pretty small, so they might not be able to see it that well. They'll have a video like of you, but it'll be a webcam and it'll be like on a slight delay. Lucky to get past one sentence. Get out this. What? How do you think of me, guys? Do you think I'm not gonna thank my fans that come pay money to see me? I'm still gonna be nice. My Oshi diff custom. Can you see us? Well, yes, if you go to an in-person event or if you do a Zoom meeting with a webcam on, yeah. Bold of you to show up. No, I'll probably say something nice. I'll probably say something like, "Oh my god, thank you for being a member of the Meimi's mages or Meimi's orbicals or whatever for so long." Like, and then I'll be like, "That's what you look like." Just kidding. I'll be like, "Oh my god, you wore that shirt," or whatever. If I showed up, you just fireball. No? You think I can't say a nice thing about you guys? What? What? Okay, most Oshis will also treat it as if it's a member stream, right? They're gonna be very personable. They're gonna be very they're gonna be very energetic and excited. They're probably more excited to meet you guys. Right? You watch them all the time, but they never get to see their fans, like, face to face. So they're gonna be super, like, whoa! You know? Whoa, you did this! Whoa! You know? You've been a fan for how long? That sort of thing. Soup. Yes, you can be like, "I really like when you said soup is a drink." And I'm going, yeah, that's what you want from me. And then yes, exactly. It's a one-on-one. You guys control the direction. They'll be yapping away. They'll be super like energetic, so they'll be yapping a mile a minute. But you do have to like do your best if you actually want to answer get an answer from a question. You gotta kind of cut in if they're gonna just keep yapping. Be brave. What the? Deal walk-in? Okay. I don't even watch JoJo, guys. Reads the soup as a drink, coffee pasta, takes pick leaves. Man. Why are you guys like this? I know, everyone's gonna be super nice and nene, huh? I bet Nene's gonna get a whole bunch of like, "Nene, I really like it when you play ASMR, you're super comfy. You should do more anime girl rating streams. Thank you. I love you. Bye." That's what her fans are gonna be like. Huh? Why are mages like this? If you wear a Gintama cosplay, no, I'll probably compliment you. If you guys bother to wear a cosplay, why would I insult you guys? How do you see me? Excuse me? Yeah, if you guys bother to do something like show up dressed up, I will absolutely say something nice. Well, I'm somebody that's like very, very yappy, very chatty. I will always find something to say, so if you don't have anything to say, I will fill the silence. But there's a lot of girls that get nervous, right? Or they're just kind of quiet. So you especially need to prepare for them. What cosplay would I want to see? What cosplay would I want to see? I mean, I like Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy 14, Hades. I don't know, they're not easy to do though. I would get excited over anything I recognize and like. Hunter x Hunter. I don't even know who you are. I won't say that. But I got bigger. I just crawled out of my desk. I'm sorry. I was hiding under there. It was silence in a 1v1 with my Oshi. I would actually die. There isn't even silence on my stream ever. You know, if there's silence, you know I'm like drinking my mana potion. I have my orange Gatorade right now, and if I ever go like, that's like what I'm drinking. And I mute slightly to drink because I don't want to like gulp into the mic. That's the only time I'm quiet. I mean, like, for example, Lua senpai, she's like a little bit more like slower. It's like like she'll be like that instead of being like, "Oh my god, blah, blah, blah." Like, okay, like Reina and she. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys will get much of a word in with the combination of the two of them. If there's a group, I guess I didn't mention this. If there's a group of girls at the same time, just go one by one. Follow the directions, but go one by one. You're gonna have to like ask the same question to both of them though. Cut down on your time, be more time efficient, you know? Just be like, oh my god, I am I don't know, I'm a fan of both of you guys. But if you want to like a special shout out, you know, it's okay. You can be like, I've been a puppuccino for this many months. You know, it's fine. Just don't like say you don't watch the other girl at all. That's like super rude. This has happened when new girls got into groups and then you do a handshake line and then like some members will like get skipped. That's like the worst thing ever. Some people don't know how to act. Never do that, especially to a poor new like fresh out of training girl. Like never disrespect them. Still learn something about every girl that you can say something to. And ask them both the same question. Give them both what seems like the same attention. It's okay if you show up with only merch with one girl. Like, they're gonna get it. They like, no. You don't always have enough time and the, you know, money to spend on both equally. It's fine. Master Yi cosplay. Oh my god, you guys just want to get roasted. Ugh. Someone should print off a bunch of emojis of taking a pic of Reina and she. Yeah, every she tweet is just like heart, plead, heart, plead. I would never pass up any girl. Yeah, it's just plain rude. Some people don't know how to be people. Someone skipped a new member after getting signatures from the first two. Yeah, that's what happens. It's super duper rude. Like, at least give them basic courtesy, right? Made to start with M? What does that mean? What does that mean, huh? You guys are also sadists because you want to see me play, you want to see me play Souls games and you want to see me mauled. Yeah. Gon cosplay? What do you mean? The shorts and a shirt is considered dress. You can be the super ripped, buffed, like, emo Gon. If you want. Or you can just dress whatever you like. Just you know, just like appropriate to the occasion. Granted, Offkai is like a VTuber con, so dressing in any other anime is kind of weird. You can dress as another VTuber, that's fine. But then like they're forever gonna remember you by your cosplay. So do remember that. Like if you guys come to my meet and greet in a Yi cosplay, I will forever remember you as that one dude that cosplayed a Master Yi. So if you want to be known by that, feel free. Just, you know, realize that's the bed you lie in forever. First impressions are pretty important. I'm pretty neutral. Okay, it's good to know. Switch? Okay, switch means different things, okay? I don't mean S and M. That's not what switch is about. You guys, switch is like... Sometimes you initiate, sometimes they initiate. That's all it means. Like, I don't think a guy should be the only one who ever, like, comes up with date ideas and pays for dates and buys gifts and flowers and stuff like that. I think the girl should do it too. And the same thing for any situation. Some people should initiate when they know the other person will enjoy it more. You know? Even if it's kind of annoying, you should do it. Forever. Well, sold? What the? Stormtrooper? Okay, there are a lot of stormtroopers, it's true. But if you are the one stormtrooper, then yes. Then again, you will hide your face. When many people do the same cosplay, show your face. There's no way you look the same. Just make sure you show your face under your mask if you want to look different. Okay? If you don't want to look different, if you want to hide under your mask, that's also your choice. Okay, so here is my simulation for how I would act in a meet and greet. I personally, I'm very yappy. I'm very energetic. I'll be like super duper buzzed, no matter what. Like every time I start a stream, I'm always like super duper buzzed, right? So if I were doing a meet and greet, I would probably initiate, and I would try to ease it in, so like you guys would have an easier time to reply, just in case you guys are like, you know, you guys are being shoved through the door by the staff son. They're being told, okay, stand by the mic right here. Give me your phone here. Do whatever. You're gonna be like a little razzle dazzled or whatever. So I'll probably go like Meimi-mu-me-mo, Meimi-mu-me, hi. It's so nice to meet you. That would be my intro, right? My super excited, hyper intro. And that's when you guys would be like, hi, my name is blah blah blah, right? And then if you guys like, you know, if you guys like don't continue on, or you're just still a little like stun locked looking, I will also ask a few questions. I will be like, oh my god, thank you for coming here. Where'd you come from? Like, was it a long trip? Like, oh my god, you came from all the way from there? Like, thank you for coming out. And then I'll probably jump on a starter topic if you don't pick one first, right? I mean, it would be really awkward if I was like, so how long have you been a fan of mine? You really don't know how to answer that or something. So I don't know, but ideally you guys tell me I've been a fan for however long, or I really like whatever you do. I don't have to like fish for that information. But then I would probably go off of like, oh, you wore like purple. That's my idol color. Thank you. Or like, you brought a light stick. Yeah. Or like, the easiest one most girls are going to say is, how's the con been so far? And off guy, right? Easiest segue, small talk. You guys will be like, good. Okay, better if you answer, but this is the highlight of my trip. Repeat after me. This is the highlight of my con so far. Say that to every Oshi. I don't care how many Oshis you see that day. Tell them that. Tell them they are the reason why you came to this con. You're so happy to have gotten a chance to meet them. It's the highlight of your con. Got it? Good. Got it. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Rizz them up, right? I did promise I would teach you guys some lines to Rizz. So there you go. There is one line for you guys free right now. They are probably going to be like, how's your con been so far? You tell them right back, this is the highlight. Right? You're the reason why I came. I'm so happy. I got a ticket to meet you. They're gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so honored. You continue the ball with, you know, I've been a fan for how long, and then whatever you wanted to say. But say you asked something simple. Say you said something very simple, and it didn't really lead to a conversation, right? Say you were like, oh my god, I really liked your last song cover, and I really hope you do more. And they go like, thank you for liking it. I'm hoping to get the next cover out, but they don't want to talk about it. Maybe they don't actually have one planned. Maybe they have one planned and they don't want to leak it, right? It doesn't end up being a conversation. What else happens? Well, either you can go into your backup. Like anecdotes, questions, or if it were me and I really like, okay, if you asked me something I really couldn't respond more to, do you like pineapple pizza? I'm like, it's okay. It's mid. Not my favorite thing. I can't really talk more about that because I don't have a strong opinion about that. They might turn the question back to you. Like, what else would you like to see me try? Or in this case, like, what's your favorite food that you like? What food would you recommend? What is your favorite song? What song would you like to see me cover next time? You know? If I really had to carry the conversation by myself, I will do so, you know? I will do so and I will never make you feel bad for it. Don't worry. Don't worry if you're shy. But if I had to think of like something's off the top of my head to talk about, I would start like just grilling you guys into like, giving me ideas. I'd be like, oh my god, so like what kind of outfit do you want to see me in next? Yeah? Like, do you think I should get a idol outfit next? Or like swimsuit next? Or like, okay, well, you said you like my, do you like my ASMR content more? Do you like what kind of genre of game do you normally play? Okay, I like or don't like that. I want to try that or not try that. So if I stream this, would you come and teach me how to play this game? Stuff like that. That's what I would continue. I want to fill like the 1 minute as much as possible and make you have a good time, right? Just like say you had a horrible meet and greet, you're gonna be so crestfallen and you're not gonna enjoy the whole point of having an Oshi, which is when you meet your Oshi one-on-one, you're supposed to fall for them even more. You connect with them because you have that like personal story, right? So like it's obviously also up to the VTuber, the idol, the whatever you're meeting to like try and like Rizz you up, you know? And this is a term in idol culture that's called fishing. They have to fish you. Not all idols do this, but the best fishers are so good. Okay, the best fishers are amazing. They make you feel like you're on cloud 9. You're special. You're individual. You are one of a kind, and they care so much about you in particular. You know. So if you ever meet someone who fishes you, then like hook, line, sinker, you should stay with that Oshi. You should you should recognize when this happens and admire them, in my opinion. Not the credit card info. They just want your support. They want you to pay attention to them as much as possible. My favorite conversation topics. Yeah, I have a bunch. I am very persuaded by that tactic. I mean, because when we stream, we have to be kind of general. Even if we see a couple messages we would like to respond to, if it's not appropriate for like the overall like vibe or the topic, we can't, right? We just kind of have to, oh, the moment passed, or oh, like I really like talking about that one specific thing, but not everyone really wants that for the whole stream. So you just gotta have to keep moving. But this is your time to talk about what you both like together. You can nerd out and get really excited. You know, it's like for example, if you guys like cosplayed some anime I really like, that would be like, oh my god, what's your favorite arc? Or like, what's your favorite game in the series? You know? And then I'll be like, what's your favorite character? I really like this character. And then you can just go into detail as much as you want, as fast as you want. Like, oh my god, I first played this and blah 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 blah. I really want, I can't wait for Monster Hunter Wilds. Something like that, right? Something like that. And then like you have that bonding moment. You have that one-on-one with the Oshi. Right? That no one else had. That is the point of a meet and greet, and that is the magic of fan service. I feel like every Oshi should be able to create that moment for you to be worthy of being called an Oshi. You know? Like otherwise it can just be someone you admire from afar. There's plenty of like actors or whatever I admire from afar, but I never felt the need to like see them one-on-one. I never felt the need for them to know of my existence. There's a lot of voice actors I really liked. I don't care if they know who I am, right? If I have like a signature from them or something, I'd be pretty happy, and that's it. But the whole magic of a meet and greet is that one-on-one connection. That's why we want to think of like ways to prep and really like make that magic happen. Not like chemistry when you're talking and you're having a good conversation and you leave very happy and it like brightens your day and you like always remember it, you know? But I would also personally, okay, I have been to like meeting greets where like the idol is just so cute and so shining, so sparkly, and I was just like overwhelmed. So what I would do also is message or write down exactly what happened afterwards. Leave notes to yourself or tell it to a friend. That's what I would do. Like writing it down helps you remember it, and also you can refer back to it. I'm telling you right now, there have been moments where like I sit next to an idol girl and they're like, I turn to the right or left or whatever when I'm taking a photo with them, and their face is like so close to me that I'm just like, my mind goes blank. And like legitimately, when staff son told me to like get up and leave, I was like floating a little bit, like so I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. I can't believe they're real. You know, I can't believe they're so close to me and they're real. They're not just some girl I saw on YouTube all the time. Granted, like I never get to see them because that was my one and only time in Japan. So yeah, they were real. They might as well have been like VTubers to me. So yeah, write it down in like notes. Or like also tell friends. Tell friends. The more you tell it, the more you'll remember it. If you have multiple Oshis, feels like I'm cheating on them. I don't think that's the case. Oshis, okay, Oshis is like anybody you support that you really like as an idol. You can admire and appreciate idols, multiple idols in fact, right? Someone who gives you like the feeling of Oshiing them is someone that like actually moves your heart. Okay? There's like a lot of people I would say I respected. Like, oh yeah, they're really good at dancing, singing. I think they're pretty. They're a good leader or they're good at whatever. But I don't personally feel that need to like follow everything they do, watch them on stage, like watch everything they do, you know? But like your Oshi should be somebody that like out of a crowd, your eyes automatically follow them. And your Kami Oshi is your one true Oshi. Your Kami Oshi is like the one that beats out all the other Oshis. But I think you can have multiple Oshis. I think you could have like one Oshi from several groups or different like, you know, generations or whatever. Things like that is fine. Especially because like, I mean, we're complex people. You don't like the same person every time. You want somebody who's like good for your chill days, and you want someone who's good for like exciting days, you know. And besides, not one person plays every single game or you know, likes every single artist or whatever that you like. So you want to talk about it with different people, that's completely fine. But usually when you go in person, the true idol Oshi moment is when they perform on stage and one person's stage presence just captures your attention. That is the moment when they become an Oshi to you. And sometimes I let that happen. I just go to a concert and I don't have a favorite yet. And I let like one of them stand out. Because it's so different depending on their settings. Some people shine in like... Some people shine by themselves. Some people shine like in like variety TV shows. They're really funny. Or they do silly things. Some people are just good leaders, so they are really good at emceeing and directing people in a group. Some people are just like, they only shine when they're like singing or dancing or something like that, right? So when you let that like Oshi moment happen naturally, that is like the most genuine moment for you. That's a moment that will like grab your heart, and will make you feel compelled to follow them. You know? Sometimes they're just so cute that like out of a group of merch, you always want to buy that one. Like if you only got to choose one merch to buy, you always buy the same one. It's not just like out of support. It's just like you feel this like magnetic pull to them. That's what an Oshi is. But it's fine. It's fine if not everyone's your Oshi either, right? You can support girls. You can buy their merch, even if they're not your #1 favorite. They're not going to complain. They're not going to complain. If they weren't perfectly built for you, that is okay. They still provide some sort of like entertainment value, you know, cheer in your life. They're like going to be happy about that, and they'll still like think their hard work is worth it, you know? So YouTube algorithm sends a certain clip your way. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes clips are good moments because they're like the moments where they stand out. Of course, like you have to check if their stream is always like that. In my opinion, it can't just be they're only good when edited. I feel like that's a lot of K-pop idols. K-pop idols I don't feel so personally attached to because like a lot of their stuff and their image, their music, their clothing, a lot of that is just manufactured by the company. Their image is like so strictly controlled. Their vocals are so strictly altered. I still admire them. I still have favorites, but I don't like expect what I'm seeing to be their real authentic self, right? Which is why I am more drawn to J-pop idols. Because like for example, at these handshake events, idols, unless they're promoting some sort of single that they just came out with, in which case they'll be wearing that like single costume, idols pick their own outfits. Idols are in charge of buying their own outfits to wear to meet and greets and handshake events. And in fact, many of them have worn like silly costumes. Some of them weren't like maid outfits and stuff. It just depends. Like that's like a one way for you to like want to go back on multiple days. You get a different picture every day or whatever, right? Like it's like what they choose for themselves. Even if they act out a character, you know, there's a couple girls that are like they act more like proper in front of people because they want to seem more like feminine or girly, but actually they're a little bit like more casual and chill and silly and loud with their own friends. Something, and that's not like something they chose. That's not something like that the company was like, okay, we think you should have this image, and you should keep to this script. Because at the end of the day, they are trying to show their best self to you. You know, they're not gonna show they're not gonna try and show like their worst parts or their boring parts to you. They still want to like play it up a little bit. So like it's always the on mode, always the entertainer mode that you see. Have you ever overseen an idol because she's too cute? Yes, absolutely. Oh, there are so many idols that are so adorable. It made me think if I wanted to get reborn, I wanted to be a girl as cute as them. I wanted to look like them. You know, honestly, a lot of them are just taller than me, so they have really long, slim limbs, and it looks like it'll be really nice. Yeah, there's some girls that are just so cute, no matter what. Even though I like other girls for other reasons more, some of them are adorable, and every expression they do is cute, and my eyes just keep going back to them. So yes, visuals is absolutely a skill. Besides, girls girls look very different depending on what makeup and what outfits they're put in. So that's also a skill in and of itself too. Every part of you would still be there. I don't know about that. you really wanna see me just okay? Well, I can play some boring games with you guys. Or see me. Oh my god, you should have seen me the other night playing against that freaking Pike. I'm pretty sure I let off a bunch of sailor-like curses that would get me banned if I typed it in all chat. But I was not on voice call, so I just did it in the comfort of my home, so I felt better. He wasn't even a good player. If I was outplayed, I would admit it, but he was not a better player than me. Anyway. I wish I was at Pike. Oh my god, why? Gonna be cursed at? It was the worst. I was playing Janna, right? So like the whole point of it is I peel. I press my R. It doesn't matter. I press my Mar. He pressed his R. He jumped straight back into the circle and destroyed me. And then he destroyed my AD, which was heal, so... Yeah. He never used his yoink once. Pyke is supposed to be a hook champion, right? A hook champion. I banned Blitz because I was like, you know what? Pyke gets banned every time. Surely the opponent team would ban Pyke, and I'll ban the more likely played Blitz because Blitz is a hook champion that I cannot stand as well. But no, that Pyke didn't even hook. He just used his R. He just walked up and used his R, and yeah, I'm already chunked half health from not him, from someone else, and what do? I die. That's what I do. I die. The standby and Koha. We weren't playing with Koha though. I mean, like, Hio was doing fine. He was doing fine. Question mark things. Oh, shields don't help against Pyke. No, because he goes through shields. He goes through shields. Yeah. Brilliant champion, by the way, Raito. Make him go invisible. Make him have a hook. Make him do more damage than his Jinx. Because we bullied the Jinx the whole game. And she had no farm. She was 0-6. But the Pyke was 6-1 immediately. That's how it went. That's how it went. I hate it here. Well, Claw could play with us if it was like... Sometimes our time zones does overlap. But, you know, she's touching grass and stuff. So, yeah. You want to hear me rant about League of Legends every stream? Really? Really? That's fun for you guys? Man. I also had to first pick Janna too. Like, I guess I would have chosen someone else. I don't know what would have helped. Even Morgana, maybe? The spell shield it? Because, like, I was counterpicked if you think about it that way. Although, who doesn't Pyke counter? Who doesn't? When you don't stream is when we get sad. I'm doing my best. I was recording some stuff. I have more recordings to do soon. Meaningful questions. What is the hardest part of doing tax? I don't know. I haven't done taxes as a VTuber yet. We'll find out. You should ask Nami that. She's really knowledgeable. I'm just going to like fudge my way through it. I don't think I earn enough money for them to audit me. But you know what? I can't like, I guess I can't put like too many losses either. Otherwise they're gonna also audit me. What do you mean you lost this much money? I mean, like, have you guys ever heard of skips? It's a crippling addiction. Spell shield it? Yeah. I can only spell shield the hook though, not the R. Still die. 400 or less, you're fine. For losses? Really? Okay. We'll see. We'll see at the end of the year. I'm definitely gonna be crying about it all month until I do them. Again. Yeah, scabs. There's like a bunch I want. See, like every time I make any sort of money, haha, making money in this job, I spend it right back on more assets, so it is what it is. It's a rough economy out here being a VTuber. I could have just been I don't know, a YouTuber and learned to edit videos myself, but I don't. I don't really edit videos that well. January 1st tax stream? No, absolutely not. I'm not spending my New Year's doing taxes. Boost and recoup my loss. Yeah, you like them assets? Yes. But when the assets are like foam panels that are like 70, 80 bucks, I don't even like them. They're just a necessary evil. Yeah. Do we have any questions about meet and greets? Any questions about meet and greets? Let me think. Are there any other Once, oh, I guess like sometimes if you go to a concert, you can buy VIP and there's a meet and greet afterwards. That is usually a very quick high touch or handshake. It's also pretty short. Sometimes you get a group photo. I think group photos are worth it more than like the quick handshake because it's over in a flash. You know, you can say, I love you, thank you, bye. That's all you can say. Take it from me who has bought VIP for a K-pop idol group. I was like, man. Oh, it was also really funny. They put their hands in like plastic bags, like kind of gloves. Well, you know what? At least I could feel the warmth of their hand through that glove, but like at least it was like the transparent kind. What was the K-pop idol group? It was a group called G-Idol. I really like G-Idol though. The other ones are too big. That venue wasn't very big, so they offered that. The other ones are like too big, so you get like a, I don't know, a very very quick photo session or whatever. Sometimes you get like I'm trying to think. I don't do VIP very often. That's too much money. They were like, would you like to upgrade your already $100 ticket to $200, $300, $400 for the benefit of standing in the front row where you get blocked by everybody standing in the pit anyway? And would you like a 2-second handshake? And you get to go in early to the venue where they do a rehearsal, which is them in their normal like tour t-shirts and like doing a sound check. That's it. That's all. I'm like, you know. I can't even see them that well anyway. I'll just like look at clips online instead. No, I only did it for one time and it wasn't that expensive. That's why I did it. It was like 100 something. It was 100 something for VIP. It was a small venue. No one says respect like a handshake through a plastic bag. Granted, it was like, you know, it was safe for them. I don't want them to not do the tour because they got sick, you know. Well, yeah, the VIP package. Gotta love it. And you can get into the venue in the afternoon instead of at night. So you can line up early for their merch. You can buy that $50 light stick, that $30 t-shirt ahead of everyone else. Nowadays I don't really do that anymore because I have too much VTuber merch anyway. It's cluttering up. Packing and moving has really taught me I have too much stuff, but will it stop me? No! I'm gonna put it away somewhere, and then I'm gonna buy some display cabinets, and then I'm gonna think I don't have enough anymore. It's gone to me. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist anymore. Oh no. Wear the cat paws glove? Oh my god. No, I wanna feel their hand. Their nice warm hand. Their cute girly hand. Their hands are always really soft, okay? Once the safety dog says don't touch me. It was kind of like a glove. It just felt like a plastic bag is all, you know? It was not like the cutest gloves. Best investment was getting glass cases. Oh yeah, I don't have any. You know, IKEA doesn't sell their like display like stands anymore, so I don't know what to get. I don't know what to do with all my Nandroids. What should I do, guys? Do you guys have any suggestions? Okay, this is just a side note. If you guys have any suggestions, send me Maros, okay? I need to get some. But anyway. Again, if you guys weren't here for the announcement, Production Kawaii is going to be at Offkai. Our official guest list is Nene and Reina and She for the meet and greets. So if you haven't gotten them already, you should have already gotten an email. It tells you if you want the raffle to buy a meet and greet ticket for either Nene or the group of Reina and She. And then Kaya is leading a panel. Can Can I just say what day it is? It's on Sunday. It's also on Sunday. Everything on kawaii is happening Sunday for some reason. I think Sunday is like the worst day for a con. But whatever, because like you have to like... Just make sure you check out early. That's my... Either check out early or get late checkout if you're staying in the hotel. Yeah. Because you're gonna have to wake up nice and early to meet all these and dress up nicely and prepare in time. Get the hotel to hold your bags and stuff, okay? Check out early and get the hotel to get ready for all your stuff. In the panel Kaya is hosting, there's going to be a couple girls from every generation. So first generation Ionia is starring Charlotte Suzu, who is always fun. Always fun in this kind of scenario. She's gonna probably be like, we have a script! And everyone else is gonna be, wee! Right? In November is Nami. Nami's also gonna be like, you know what? She plays it by the ear. She would stick with the script, but if it's funnier to do something else, I feel like she would do the funnier thing. But just like wisecrack, you know? That's Tsukomi to everyone's bokeh is what she's gonna do. In Hana Mizuki, it's gonna be Ran. Ran's gonna be there. And then in Ephemira, it's gonna be Hiyori. So Hiyori is going to be yapping up a storm. I think they chose the most like responsible girls from every gen who can talk. This is my theory. They have not told me this. I am not part of the planning committee. I don't know what the panel is about. But this is my theory. They tried to choose the most responsible representation of our company. But Kaya is there as the chaos unit, you know? Yeah, Kaya's the MC. Kaya has to be MC energy. MCs are always silly and goofy anyway, so I think it's fine. Yeah. Hiyori's gonna bokeh, but Hiyori is still responsible. You know? She's still gonna like... She's not gonna like purposefully sabotage anything. 6-hour yap panel. Sadly, they do have to clear the panel for the next, you know, the next scheduled program, so they can't like extend forever. But they should be able to see the crowd too. I'm pretty sure. You'd be sad to go all the way there and not to win the raffle. I know, but usually there might be a couple left over. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a couple left over you guys can buy once the initial raffle period ends. Do you care for a well-dressed for a meet and greet? I think you guys should be for your own sake, to be honest. It's a photo you get of yourself forever. Don't you want to have your hair nice? Right? And see your eyes and smile nice and stuff. Practice those selfies. Practice the smiles. But you should dress nicely. It would make a good impression on your Oshi at the very least. If you don't have like Oshi merch, if you don't have a t-shirt or anything. He was the most responsible in Ephemira. Most responsible. Okay, I don't know. What are we judging by? Responsible in what case? She's clumsy. She's clumsy, but she cares. She's not gonna sabotage or say something completely unhinged, you know? Off-guy selling on general is cool, but if PK raffle tickets sold out, that would be even cooler. I mean, honestly, it depends on the time slot given. Sometimes it is delayed, so they don't want to oversell. But sometimes if they see a lot of demand, they might add more. They might add more or give them an extra slot or something. At least that's how idols do it in real life as well. They don't want to sell out, you know? They always would rather to like accommodate everyone and just do like an extra hour or something like that. Because like, why sell out? That's like extra fans, extra time, extra money. Unless they really can't do it. But at that point, like, you made a commitment to the event, so you're gonna be there anyway. If you sold a t-shirt, I could have a t-shirt. Well, t-shirts are apparently very expensive to make. Keychains and acrylic stands are the cheapest to make. They'll have a panel on stream. It's not... Well, they're not streaming it live. but the panel might be recorded later. Offkai has put like panels that they've recorded on their YouTube after the event before. But they're probably gonna have a Q&A, in which case, if you're going to the panel, you need to go back to the questions. Go back to the questions slide. You can think of something to go and ask in person as well. You can actually ask a little bit more thoughtful questions since it's a full panel. You know, you can be like, okay, each of you, tell me if you were a type of tea, what tea would you be? Something like that, random. You can ask that kind of thing at a panel. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope this was a good rundown of idol meet and greets. If you guys are ever in Japan, it's a pretty difficult, you know, pretty difficult process to win a lottery and get some of these, but you can definitely still manage to get high touch events. The Hakushu Kai sign Kais are dependent on the campaigns they're running, but they're always also running like the Cheki Kais. Cheki Kais, get Chekis. It's expensive, but it's worth it. You get a little check. Like I bought a Cheki book and I have 2 shots. Oh, it's called a 2-shot if it's just you two. If you just choose your one girl and you want a 2-shot, then it's just you and them. But then like you can also get a group photo. I have both. Sometimes it's too expensive to get like, you know, 2 shots of every girl you like, so I just go with the whole group. I can't just choose one. Sometimes I'm a group fan. Sometimes I'm a DD. It'd be a QT. Oh man. Yeah, okay, Rizz your Oshi with that, okay? Ask them that question and then follow up with that. You'd be a QT. If Ephemira was Egypt League champ, who would they be? Oh man. Ask. Okay, if they're in the panel though, ask them about questions like that only pertain to the girls at the panel. Okay, don't ask them about girls that aren't there. This has been a technique that less popular AKB girls said they did before though. Back when they were like first starting and a lot of the girls were like obviously a lot more popular than others, like the center girls. Even now I feel like that's probably the case, but it's like died down a little bit now. Other girls would entice people to go to their handshake lines with like signs that was like, ask me about this popular girl, I'll tell you stories about them. But generally speaking, it's like the same thing, right? You don't want to go on some stream and be like, tell me more about this other girl. only if they offer it. Don't derail the paddle, guys. Group photo? That would be cute. If everyone in this panel was a league champ, yeah, okay. Charlotte Suzu would, you know, roast you. But you could theoretically ask that. Everyone would boo you, but yeah, go for it, I guess. I mean, it's called being smart. It's called being a smart entertainer, you know? When you first start out, you are just gonna be less popular. That's like just life, right? Fans are just not gonna automatically flock to you. They are waiting to see what content you put out. They're waiting to see how you grow. And then you'll do something that attracts more fans. This is the case for Ephemira too, right? So we just have to be smart about it. Ask me about my senpais. Reina was in my DMs the other day. Picture with Oshis a must. Exactly. I hope this was fun though. I hope this was fun and informative and I got to talk a lot about idols. My favorite. This is secretly an idol talk stream. Actually, I didn't even finish talking about my idols. I have more idol knowledge I could impart on you someday. But you know what? We're gonna leave that for another stream. This is supposed to be an informative stream, so you know, I want them to be able to follow my content, and get what they need. A very protective stream how to Rizz you. Was it? I feel like I promised I would Rizz you guys instead. Tara's presentation. Actually, yep, his university lecture. I want to do more like how-tos and advice streams occasionally. I think I'm pretty good at... I don't know, I'm pretty good at my areas of expertise because I specifically like studied and researched those areas. They're like kind of like my hyper interest, right? If you guys have any advice you need in the future, I'll think about the next installment. It does not have to be about idols. I just know a lot about idols. Yeah, I want some with how-tos. It's kind of like the fortune telling stream that devolved into being like love advice, right? I can just prepare. I can prepare some real life experience for you guys. No more college days? Hey, it's not that bad. It's way more interesting, isn't it? You guys can even participate. You guys are not being quizzed on this. Okay, no, you know what? I want Nene and Reina and she. I want them all to come to me and be like, wow, Meimi. Like, everybody that came to my meet and greet were amazing. And then they told me that Meimi gave them the advice. It was because of Meimi that they had so much to talk about and gave me such interesting questions and interesting like picture ideas. And then at the panel had questions as well. Yeah, go show me. Go show me. Don't mention the other girls. No, this is like the ending. The ending, you know? Like just the last bit. You don't go and be like, I want to talk about Majokko Meimi. What do you think about Majokko Meimi? Not like that. You just go like, okay, bye. Like, I thought of all that. I came here because of Meimi. Meimi said I should say these things. How did it go? Rate by interaction. No, don't say that. I think that's bad. That's awkward. Don't say rate my interaction. The only good response to that is a 10 out of 10, no matter what. Thoughts on a witch with a huge hat and tail hair? Hey. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Okay. Alright, because of Meimi. Okay, well, I mean, I would be delighted, but I hope you arrived because you actually are a fan of them and you wanted to buy the meet and greet ticket. It's $30 plus flight, hotels, whatnot. 3 question survey on our interaction. You get those little like happy face ones. It's like an angry face, a neutral face, and a happy face, and you're like, well, how would you recommend? How would you recommend my panel today? How useful was this? Please give me your feedback right now. Yes, give me a good Yelp review. Exactly. Hey. You guys also... Okay, anyone going to Offcly or any cons that we prepare out in the future, send them more messages about us. They always send like... Cons send like the... How was our con? What feedback would you like to give us? Send them that you really like us. When you apply to Offcly, put production kawaii girls as your Oshi listed. That will get us invited to things. We can't go to things that easily if we're not invited. You know? Last year they invited Isla, right, to the concert, but that was like their concert lineup. And then like they switch it around like every year. But if you guys request us enough, we might get invited. And then like Nene was also invited. Nene was invited as a meet and greet person. It's not like we put an application. We put the application in for a panel, I think, but not the meet and greets. So that is entirely up to fans. Fans have to send in the feedback. So that would help us a lot. And even other cons. Any cons that have like VTubers that are thinking about guests, that have like guest suggestion forms, if you put us in there, they'll reach out to us. Because management doesn't know a lot of like cons outside of Japan, right? Which doesn't help us. So yeah, it helps us a lot if you guys can get word out. They don't know what to apply to. They've never heard of these cons. And then once you do, then like the application period has passed, or it's too late, or those cons like, you know, invited other guests, things like that happen. Ephemira concert would be great. I want to do one. The Switch was really mean to me. 10 time will come see your gun. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? Do you need a positive affirmation stream to feel like better about yourselves? Just wondering if I need to schedule that in. Bossman has to pay for Ephemera 3D bottles. I mean, we can have a 2D concert. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a 2D concert? Why do we have to wait so long to have a concert, right? We can have one anytime. Right. Just once tell us we're not a bird. Should that be my next ASMR? Sorry, I didn't schedule an ASMR stream. Okay. A negative affirmation stream? That's every stream. Apparently. People always say something just to hear me go mauled about it. Next ASMR short? I guess I could do that. Before I pack away my stuff. I'm thinking we're like moving things like a little bit at a time. But I think we're gonna be moving next week. Next weekend of the week. So I'm probably going to be that's why I'm streaming as much as possible before I can block off that weekend to fully finish moving and setting up stuff. And because, you know, PC's gotta move, PC's gotta be set up, internet's gotta get tested, everything's gonna sound echoey until my furniture is all put away and whatnot, and everything's gonna get cleaned. So I'm gonna try and do end of next weekend. I'm gonna book it off for so I'm gonna stream as much as possible before then. That's your heads up, okay? It's not a whole week. It's not a whole week. It might be like, I don't know, 4 days. I don't want to like schedule anything if I don't know what my setup is gonna be like over there, right? So I'd rather be safe than sorry, but I will still be streaming as I'll be streaming my 4 times a week at the very minimum. Unpacking to order space is gonna be loud and echoey. Gorilla week? I don't want to do that. No. I'll just do it at the end of the week so I can stream before then. Multiple days. I'll put up some clips. I'm sorry. Crunchy Toast streams Zatsu? Guys. Alrighty. This has been the Majokko Meimi channel. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. I'm thinking. Let's see. Once again, thank you all for those who have bought me anything on Throne. Thank you so much. Feel free to suggest things. I may or may not add them if I actually need them or not. I'll be buying more things. And I'll slowly put up some like ASMR related things and in between the more expensive things I might need while moving. On my throne, I have my Twitch set up. I'm going to be trying to do a request related stream using streamer song list sometime. So that's why I needed a Twitch. Also, I'll learn how to simulcast, I guess. My third auction, my last auction is live. So this is the last chance to win anything from me. And my birthday goods, of course, are still up. And then I'm going to now raid another production kawaii member. So just horror games on Throne. Guys, go away. No. Lonely breathing ASMR. What the? I'm not a lonely though. Get those gifts from Magic. Oh yeah, I just got like a mail. I just got a mail that said something arrived, so I'm gonna go check. My mailbox. I'll let you guys know. Casual, oh my god, I can't. See, management doesn't let us do crowdfunding. So I can't let one person buy something that expensive, sadly. Also, we can't have anything that expensive to begin with on Throne. It's again liability issues. Okay, handcam unboxing stream. Is it okay? What did you guys get? Is it gonna? I have to make sure it doesn't have anything weird. I don't break it. Why not crowdfund? Crowdfunding would essentially be the same as just... It would just be like, you know, just the same as like donos. Normal donos anyway. Because the way Throne works, it takes a fee on every single transaction. So even if you only put $5, there's a fee on that $5, so you pay more. In which case, you should just do it through the Streamlabs anyway, right? Because once an item starts getting funded on Throne, you can't cancel it anymore. Because people put money in it, right? People put money in it, you can't cancel it. But if it never gets fully funded, it's just stuck there forever. And it's more expensive to buy it ultimately off of Throne than just to buy it by ourselves if it's that expensive. Because we can just buy it in one go without the Throne fees. So it's more efficient, honestly, to just like for us to save up by ourselves. And if it's so expensive, it's like a cost that we have to think about, like, you know, cons and pros of even having in the first place, right? Like, do I really need the Q100 right now? I don't think so, right? And I think a 3DO will be fine. I don't think I should think that kind of money. So yeah, that is the reason why. But yeah, if you guys have anything else, my morals are open. If you have any other questions or any other advice you would like in a future stream, let me know. I'll try and cook up it. I hope this PowerPoint presentation was pretty good. Oh, how are my slides? There was actually so many clip arts of like different idol events. I was like, Sasuga, Japanese like clip art. They have every single type of idol interaction. Irasuya, Tasukete. We'll start to a Monday. Thank you. Okay, I am going to... Okay, I don't know who I should read. We've got Charlotte Suzu playing... Is she playing Final Fantasy? Is she actually playing Final Fantasy? What the... You know how I keep playing Bunny Garden. Navina Nova... not giving in and trying to get Kit Kat yet again. She can just buy an amiibo, but she's stubborn, I'll give you that. I'm glad you guys like the stream though. Yes, my experience is very specific about this area. I have spent a lot of time and money and liking idols for most of my life. Buying an amiibo card, it's not that expensive. It's literally like maximum $5. Maximum $5. Am I pay to win? Absolutely. I bought a bunch of amiibo cards and now I'm happy. I have more villagers than I ever could want. I could swap them all out and still have cute villagers forever. I don't have Kit Kat though, that is the problem. Okay, I'm gonna choose Final Fantasy 14. I'm sorry. Final Fantasy 14! You guys, please understand. Once it drops, I'm going to be lost to Dawn Trail. I'm gonna be lost to Dawn Trail. You guys have a little bit more time before that happens. Enjoy Nano and Kit Kat reset hell. Oh no, I'm playing Animal Crossing Sweaty Ways, but not over the villagers. I don't care what villagers I start with. I just care about what my island looks like in the beginning, and my starting fruit. But we can play. We'll play like a chill bit this Saturday. Oh, also, you can check my schedule. I have streams planned that more or less should be what I said they are. But I'm gonna put up a poll later for members watch along. I don't have that many streaming services, so anything ideally on Netflix would be better, unless I ask my friends. Maybe somebody has a free Crunchyroll. I don't know. Maybe I can do a free Crunchyroll like sign up or something. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for what we should watch along, then let me know. And then we'll put up a poll. Okay? Okay. Bye. Yes, tier 2 and above. Tier 2 and above. It's gonna be after our Animal Crossing stream, so you know I'm still gonna be streaming that day. Even if you aren't membered, okay? We can hang out all day. I just want to chill. On Saturday, I just want to play Animal Crossing and watch a movie and chill with you guys. I'm gonna be doing such exhausting stuff. Like playing Is It Elden Ring and doing jumping jacks and Okay, buckshot roulette is fun, but shorts chatters are exhausting still. So that's gonna be our chill day together. Atsu! Atsu. Memberships always start so early on a workday? What the? They do? Really? They're in the evening for me. Don't forget to print vote last action. Yes, please check out my Twitter. And it's in my last community post as well on YouTube. Bye. I'll find a fully legal way to watch the anime movies. Really, guys? I mean, you don't have to tell me how you watch it, but I need to like choose a legal way to watch it, you know? Bye-bye. That's Meimi. I can't stream tomorrow, sadly. Otherwise, I would have 7 days in a week. That would be nice, wouldn't it? But I'm gonna see you guys on Wednesday at the usual time. Hopefully. Unless it's a half an hour delayed again. For Is It Elden Ring Part 2? What will it be? Will it be Elden Ring this time? Place your bets. Okay, bye-bye.